quitting alcohol. So I am in the toilet recording this one, so there might be a little bit of a fucking echo. I'll try and deal with the eck in post. Just got back from the fucking parade as well. The 1 million man march down the center of fucking Madrid. I didn't even know it was on today until I took my son to football training. And we ended up going and it was hectic. I don't know if it was 1 million people. I don't know what 1 million people looks like, but it was fucking packed. Fucking packed. I don't know if you've seen pictures of it, but it was packed. Anyway, that's the end of the fucking World Cup. That was the last thing we're doing World Cup wise. It's Ask Boyle today. We've got a fucking monster question again today, so I'm going to move straight along with it. If you've got questions you would like answered by one of the greatest minds of the generation or any generation, comedian, philosopher, crane operator, waterproofer, demographer, Le Boyle, then head to my website, boylecomedy.com. Skip the section where it says Ask Boyle. Unless you need a question answered, then I actually do need questions as well. But fucking can someone, for the love of God, send me in a fucking story? Can you send me one in tomorrow so I don't have to stress about it? Fucked Up Fridays is what we need. So head to my website, boylecomedy.com, and get me a Fucked Up Friday. Anyway, let's get to this week's Ask Boyle. So this one was sent in anonymously from Australia. So let's dig into it. I've been with this woman for about 2 years. I met her through work. We worked at a bottle-o, and I had just moved to Victoria to pursue my nursing career. I only moved to Victoria because the Andrews government offered certain courses and degrees for free, and the Diploma of Nursing was one of those. Already having 2 sisters living in Mordialloc, I thought, fuck it. I packed my belongings and fucked off out of Queensland and into Victoria. Now that 3.5 years have passed, I've managed to acquire a girlfriend, my Diploma of Nursing, and soon-to-be bachelor degree in nursing. The word around the nursing community is that there are significantly less positions than in previous years. 2,000 less graduate nursing positions in Victoria because I'm still considered a Queenslander. I am automatically pushed behind the Victorian applicants. I want to move back to Queensland, better work opportunities. I have my friends there. I never made any friends in Victoria. And I also have my brother and his small family. Now, in my mind, I feel like I have made my decision, but my girlfriend, she is adamant that I stay. She is very homebound and comfortable in Victoria. She is not happy at the fact that I want to move back to Queensland. I've explained that I'm not happy here. She can't seem to understand it. It is a topic that we constantly avoid. I can understand why she doesn't want to move. She has it all. A great friendship group, her family, attending a great university, good paying job that'll help her with her career. If I could go back in time, I would have reconsidered moving. She had an opportunity to move with me as she has been applying to medical school. She could have applied to University of Queensland, but she never listed it as a preference. That was tough to hear. This woman is amazing, smart and beautiful, and I do love her. But I don't think I love her enough to stay in Victoria. Sure, I'm being selfish, but I'm allowed to be selfish sometimes, right? She's certainly doing what she wants to do. I understand that I'll have to communicate all this with her eventually, and the day will come. I'm happy with enjoying the last couple of months we have together and fucking off. But putting a deadline on a relationship is tough, and even tougher trying to communicate that. Now, Boyle, I am 24 years old, man. Possibly moving back into a share house with all my friends who rip bongs, sink piss, and talk shit at all hours of the day, And although I won't be indulging in the bong ripping, I want to make the rest of my 20s memorable because the last 3.5 years have been boring. What are your thoughts on the situation that I'm in? P.S. Bring back Wisdom of Evan, you dog. Grey's Anatomy, you have come to the right place. For starters, I will be bringing back fucking Wisdom of Evan. Next Sunday, it's coming back. Yeah, so you're in a little bit of a fucking interesting situation here because what you're doing, and I went through it as well. I moved from Melbourne to Sydney when I was like 18 or 19. And I moved to Sydney, left all my mates in fucking Dramana, left everyone, moved up to Sydney, partied hard for 10 years. But the first couple of years were fucking rough. I had no friends. I was making friends with backpackers. They would leave, and it was a very transient thing. And I eventually made some my best friends who were from Sydney, and I got a really good fucking crew in Sydney, actually. So that was fucking helpful. But there were times, even after that, where I was like, I'm just going to go back to Melbourne. I'm just going to go back to Dramana. Like, it felt like I was missing out on something not being there. But for me, it felt like I would have been going backwards. That's the only reason I never went back, was because it just felt like I would get stuck there. That would be the end of me. I'd move back. I'd get into the same rhythm as I fucking was when I left. I would find some sort of comfortable life that I could just fucking cruise through. And it would just be like I would be riding out the clock type thing. That's the reason why I didn't go back. Now, your situation seems a little bit different, although if you could find a crew of people, it would change your situation a lot. You've got a good girlfriend, you just need to find a good crew, but the fucking problem is it's tough to break into Melbourne crews. Like, once you have a friend group in Victoria, that's kind of it. You can get stragglers come in every now and then, and they can roll into the fucking crew and become permanent members, but it takes a little while, and it's tougher than you would think. But once you're in a crew, you're there forever. You're stuck, you're done, you're good. It's just a little bit tough getting into a crew. You say you want to go back because of career and family. I fully understand that. It doesn't sound like that is 110 your priority. It kind of sounds like you're just sick of Victoria, and I understand that, especially you being from Queensland where it's sunny and warm and nice all the time, and people are much more friendly in Queensland. Although Melbourne are pretty friendly as well, but you're in a shithole. You're in Mordialloc. Mordialloc's a shithole. I grew up in Cheltenham as well. That's a shithole. So I can see why you want to leave there, but it just sounds like you want to get the fuck out and back into more familiar surroundings. And you're 24, so do you go all in on this relationship? And then the missus gets her medical degree and eventually ditches you because you're some fucking dodgy nurse. And then you haven't moved back to Queensland, but she's fucking dumped you for a surgeon anyway. She's like, we've grown apart since the bottle-o. You're not the same person I met at the bottle-o. $18 an hour. What I would do is, I don't know if I could go back. I don't know if I would go back. Going back is never the fucking move in my book. Is there like a third option where you can talk your missus into fucking moving? Even if you move to Sydney, somewhere neutral, at least she could feel the fucking pain you're going through. Like, you would rip her out of her comfort zone and she'll get to experience that. And if she can't fucking tough that out and wants to move back, then fucking, what are you going to do? you can't be pinned down by a location. That's a very Victorian thing to do as well, is just fucking stay where your friends and family are forever and never leave and just insulate yourself for your entire life. And that has its benefits and it is attractive in a way. And I suppose we're heading towards that way as things deteriorate. But it just sounds like getting locked down. I would propose a neutral venue. If I was you, I wouldn't go back home. You're just going to get stuck in the same fucking loop you did when you left. If you hate Melbourne and you want to get out of there, fucking say to the missus Sydney. And if she refuses Sydney, then fucking what can you do? Like you said, she fucking seems to be wanting to do all the things she wants to fucking do, doesn't she? She fucking gets to do. She's with her fucking family. What about me? My fucking brother just had a fucking kid. What about me? Fucking Dan Andrews isn't giving us fucking nurses any fucking help, is he, anymore? I'm from Queensland. I lived in Victoria for 3.5 years. Fucking what about me, eh? I would just say, move to Sydney with me. We'll start a life together. And if she says no, then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You have to roll and you can start ripping bongs with your mates in fucking Queensland, the sunny coast or fucking Gold Coast, wherever you fucking land. But you are young. You've got plenty of fucking time left. So you can make a couple of mistakes when you're young. You don't want to be making these sorts of mistakes when you're fucking like 30 though. You're still fucking 24. You can do anything at 24. You can fuck your life up until you're about 27. Switch on at 27 and then fucking ask me another question. Boyle, I've fucked my life. What do I do now? And I'll be like, well, you probably should have stayed in Mordialloc with the fucking potential doctor. You fucked it now, cunt. There's nothing I can say to help you. Anyway, fucking thanks for sending in that fucking question. That'll do it for tonight. And I'll see ya the fuck later.